Moon Mondays, welcome to Taurus season. We are still in the vibes of the Aquarius last quarter moon yesterday, and Venus passes through the Crown Chakra gate this week, as well as we have the Taurus New Moon. So there's a lot happening in the sky, representing a lot happening within ourselves this week. I'm Sheridan, your AstroLife Coach, here with woman-centered insights to help you align with the cosmic cycles and create a life of clarity and purpose. So the sun entered Taurus on Saturday. And so we move into Taurus season. It's the midpoint of the season, spring for us in the Northern Hemisphere. Then the sun squared the moon yesterday for the Aquarius last quarter moon. The moon is waning, moving back to the sun, and it's a check-in point in the moon cycle, right? So a big part of like tuning into and reclaiming our divine feminine, as well as just reclaiming our connection to ourselves, to the earth, to something larger in our lives, is tuning into these cycles, right? That repeat again and again. We have the waning and the waxing and the waxing and the waning, right? The death and rebirth cycles, the creativity and the destruction that is like a normal part of our lives. So when the moon touches into this square with the sun, then we have another one of these check-in points of this Aries new moon, monthly moon cycle. So it's a time to just tune into where I'm at, what's going on for me. Aquarius helps us see the bigger picture. And then it helps us increase our awareness, as well as then it allows me to drop into, okay, where am I at with my vision from the solstice, where I want to be going, what I want to be creating in my life, what choices do I want to make, and then what's one little micro action I can take around those choices this week to help keep me moving towards where I want to be, what I want to create in my life. So this Aquarius last quarter moon is that check-in point and that time to think of what is the micro action, the baby step you want to be taking this week that just very gently keeps you moving towards your goals and where you're going. And then on Thursday, it's so exciting. This moon, now a waning crescent, will meet with Venus in the morning sky ahead of the sunrise. Venus first meets with Saturn, then the moon follows, meets with Saturn, meets with Venus, right? All of this happening in Pisces before the moon then enters Aries and meets with Neptune, right? Like there's a lot that happens on that day and a lot that really gets activated because so many of the planets, so much is all right together in this Aries Pisces configuration, which is like the main theme of this year, of this Aries Pisces. Where does my personal growth and transformation then go one step further into serving the collective, focusing on the social aspect of things, right? My growth, me, Aries, Pisces, us, the collective, right? That intersection between those two energies is so activated this year and so particularly activated right now. I mean, this whole new Venus cycle is in these two energies. So Thursday, the crescent moon meets with Venus. And so this is the first gate of the goddess Inanna from the oldest story we have written in the world. It's about the Venus cycle. So when Venus or Inanna begins her descent to the underworld, right? She's making this conscious choice to have this death and rebirth cycle happen, right? This creativity and destruction, right? The Chinese symbol of the yin and the yang, right? One always becoming the other and serving the other. So this first meeting of the moon with Venus after she stationed direct and begins this descent signifies that we move through this first gate, and the gatekeeper in that original story removes goddess Inanna's crown. So we move through the crown chakra gate. So it's a month that we can focus our intentions, our micro actions, our choices around clearing the blockages, distortions, things that get in the way of our connection to the divine, and then essentially embodying the divine, right? That's the divine feminine path, is the embodiment. We bring that energy down and into the body and ground it into the physical, right? That's the glyph of the Venus symbol, the circle of the divine above the cross of matter, the physical, right? So here we have this month where we can really focus on, like, gosh, what gets in the way of me bringing the divine down into my body? What gets in the way of my connection to the one, to the all, through my crown chakra? So this is a big thing that's happening this week. If you're interested and you want to dive more into the Venus cycle, there's still time to join us at Venus Alchemy, our ceremonial journey. Our very first class about this crown chakra happens later today on this Moon Monday. And the first gate happens on Thursday. So we have the class and kind of prepare you with the information, but it's a recording, so you can watch it if you can't make it live today. Just letting you know there's still time to join our Venus Alchemy ceremonial journey. And then finally, the second to last thing I want to talk about for this week is the Taurus New Moon comes on Sunday, right? So now we have this time where the waning crescent moon is going to meet with Venus in the morning sky shortly before the new moon happens. So we have this new moon in Taurus on Sunday, and we start a brand new moon cycle, moon month, right? Taurus is an earth sign. It's all about embodiment. This is a great time to reconnect with your self-connection rituals and how you prioritize yourself, and you connect with yourself, and you connect with your own inner knowing, inner awareness, intuition, right? All of those things have to be cultivated through a connection to ourselves. They don't just magically happen. So what are you doing to connect with yourself on a daily, regular basis, right? Maybe it's meditation, or going for a short walk, or reading something inspirational, or singing, or dancing, or, a multitude of different things. But the sensation I think of, I'm always going for, is that moment where it's like, oh, there I am. And it doesn't have to be like an hour every day, right? Start with a minute, then maybe 2 minutes, 5 minutes, right? Just enough so that you come back to yourself. That is an amazing practice for this Taurus new moon. If you're interested in, doing ceremony and connecting around the new moon, in my Moon Sister Circle, we're gathering on Monday, April 28th, for this Taurus new moon to talk about this moon month's astrology and sky magic, along with our next AstroLife Coaching theme of boundaries, where we learn how to honestly honor what works for us and doesn't work for us, right? I used to think like other people had to maintain the boundaries that I was setting, and I actually realized if my boundaries are getting crossed, I'm the one crossing them, right? So if you want, join us in Moon Sister Circle for a powerful exploration into your Taurus new moon boundaries and how to establish and maintain them for yourselves. The Astro-Aromatherapy I'll suggest for this Venus crown chakra gate is violet, right? Violet is this like heavenly scent. It's known as like the violet flame in a bottle, which is so connected to our crown chakra. Violet like helps us overcome fear and trauma while embracing our vulnerability and knowing our strength and ability to recover and move forward, right? Such an important essence to guide us through this crown chakra time. All right. That's what I have for you today. Next week, I'll see you when Venus enters Aries again. We have what's considered the popular time to celebrate Beltane, right? It's like almost the middle of spring, which just blows my mind, right? Wow. Spring for the Northern Hemisphere. We're almost in the middle of the season if you're in the Southern Hemisphere. And I just want to say thanks for watching, and I wish you an empowered feminine week.